I am very thankful to all my subscribers and I hope I will be getting your support like this in future as well. In this video, we will discuss the impact of Saturn-Rahu conjunction in 9th house. There are different sections in this video. In these different sections we will discuss what is 9th house of birth chart, what is the meaning of this conjunction in birth chart, Rahu-Saturn conjunction in past life, how will this conjunction affect health, married life, home and happiness and unexpected incidents in life. Before moving forward, let's first understand what is the 9th house of the birth chart. The 9th house is also known as the horoscope's house of father, fortune, one's higher knowledge, religion and individual's teachers in life. It can be said that every house's opposite is what a person desires in that house, so since it is the opposite of the 3rd house, inclination to learn, short travels, shows that this is the house of higher learning and long-distance travels. This is also the house that gives information about the father and religious/spiritual teachers for the individual. It's the most auspicious house, and the natural owner of this house is Jupiter, which is considered the greatest benefic for most horoscopes. This house carries the highest vibration of the Dharma trikon. The body parts denoted by this house are the hips, thighs, hair, and back. This house is very commonly known as the Dharma Bhava in Sanskrit, as it gives information about the higher knowledge and religious aspects of one's life. Now let's discuss what is the Saturn-Rahu conjunction in astrology. The Saturn-Rahu conjunction in astrology occurs when the planets Saturn and Rahu, also known as the north node of the moon, align closely in the sky. This conjunction brings together the energies of Saturn, representing structure, discipline, and responsibility, and Rahu, symbolizing obsession, illusion, and desires. The combination of these two planets can create a potent and complex influence on individuals and events. It may lead to a period of intense ambition, drive, and transformation, but also challenges and potential obstacles. The Saturn-Rahu conjunction often prompts us to confront our deepest fears, face karmic lessons, and navigate through uncertainties, ultimately fostering personal growth and spiritual evolution. Now let's discuss Saturn-Rahu conjunction is in the 9th house of the birth chart general characteristics. Now, this house becomes very interesting to discuss for any combination, as this is the house of one's fortune. What fortune one is born with and how do these planets affect one's fortunes and higher overall thinking is seen from this house. A person with Saturn in the 9th house would have more interest in the higher aspects of life, and this can get amplified with Rahu being there, which will start exploring outside its own religious boundaries. On the first hand, if one looks at the planets individually, one could tend to say that the positioning of malefic planets is supposedly not good in this house. But, on the contrary, if we look with little more patience and dive deep, we see that these can actually do pretty well in this house. Saturn is said to have a limiting effect and Rahu is said to have an exploding effect. If Rahu is alone here, it would tend to make a person go out of his own religion or the set principles of his family and clan. Now as a savior, Saturn comes and puts the limiting effect on one's outgoing thoughts outside one's religion. This can be understood with an example that a person with such a combination in the dasha of Rahu could get interested in the higher studies of religion other than of own family, and once the dasha or subdasha is over, Saturn will bring back the person to one's own religion or culture. One could still tend to choose a different path in one's own religion. As example, if there is a Christian, the movement could be from Protestant to Methodist or likewise. If one follows Islam, one could choose to follow the lesser-known Sufi-based path of Ahmadis. Even in Hindus, one could move from worshipping Shiva as a family tradition to worshipping Krishna. The individual would have a strong and deep desire to explore the religion or the spiritual world that one gets and go beyond that. Such individuals would be fascinated by the foreign culture and people very much, whether they agree to it or not. There can be some obstacles in one achieving the results, as shown by the 11th house of wish fulfillment, as Saturn has its 3rd aspect on the 11th house. Saturn can affect one's diseases as well as it will aspect the 6th house of the horoscope through the 10th aspect. This conjunction can also give some tussle with one's father, and more so during the adverse dasha. This impact could be lessened only if the sun is strong and the 9th house or the 9th lord is either in conjunction with a benefic planet or is aspect by a benefic planet like Jupiter. In worse cases, there could be a physical separation from the father, and the communication between the father and such children would be minimal. Generally, luck starts favoring the individual with its full potential post the younger years, that is after 40. The person's luck will give some better results, since this conjunction will put restrictions on the fortune as well till the approximate age of 40. Now let's discuss Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of the birth chart and past life karmas. When the Saturn Rahu conjunction occurs in the ninth house of a birth chart, it carries significant implications for past life karmas and spiritual growth. The ninth house represents higher knowledge, beliefs, philosophy, and long distance travel. Saturn's presence indicates the need for structure, discipline, and hard work in these areas, while Rahu brings a sense of urgency and obsession. This combination suggests that past life karmas related to belief systems, religious or spiritual practices, and moral values may come to the forefront. Individuals with this placement may feel a deep calling to explore profound truths and seek a higher purpose in life. They may experience challenges and delays in their spiritual journey or encounter obstacles related to their philosophies or long-distance travels. However, the conjunction also offers an opportunity to rectify past life karmas by adopting a more disciplined and structured approach to their spiritual pursuits. This conjunction prompts individuals to confront any illusions or false beliefs they may hold and encourages them to delve into the depths of their spiritual understanding. Now let's discuss Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of birth chart and career. Because this conjunction gives some shrewdness to a person, here it is being formed in the ninth house of father, fortune, one's higher knowledge, religion, and the individual's teachers in life. The person will like to get into philosophical studies or religious studies. Rahu of the ninth house makes one travel to places long distance and more so for religious reasons as well, so a person could make a career with relation to these aspects as well and be a guide in a city. If the person sticks to their own religion, then they could also try to look at the religion in a different manner, and end up opening some kind of place where they preach their learnings to new people trying to find some pupils and supporters. Such individuals would have an interest in many fields and they would want to try many things at the same time. Government jobs for such individuals would depend upon the 6th Lord, 10th Lord, and Sun's placement. Rahu in the ninth house can also give lots of fame, so any profession related to the higher teachings and thoughts could be the profession of such individuals. Rahu can make a false guru while in the ninth house as well if there are other malefic effects on the moon and Mercury as well with involvement of Jupiter. Since Rahu is positioned in the ninth house that belongs to Jupiter, it will like to socialize with the affluential category of the society. Such individuals would have more than one way of earning, however, there is a delay in the earnings that a person eventually gets. These individuals can get into jobs that enable them to travel on a regular basis. Now let's discuss Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of birth chart and marriage and married life. The person would be interested in foreign cultures, so if the partner comes from some other culture, then the combination for the marriage to be stable, the 7th house 7th Lord and the Ascendant Lord have to be free from afflictions of any type, which is very rare in today's time. The individuals with the ninth house Rahu would have partners from different cultures and languages. If Saturn is the 7th Lord in the horoscope, then a person's luck might give its fruits after marriage. An aberration to this could be when Saturn becomes debilitated in the ninth house, being the 7th house Lord could cause some issues to a person post their marriage. This might be mitigated if the Ascendant Lord is strong and there are benefic aspects on the 7th house of marriage. Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of birth chart and health. The person would have a long life since Saturn is making this house strong and stable in the long run. The person still could suffer from ailments of the legs and knee joints. Also, the ailment would depend upon the zodiac sign they are placed in the horoscope. If the moon is also aspect by Saturn from this position, then the person could get lung-related issues very easily, especially if the moon is in the 6th house. Since Rahu affects the subconscious and in the ninth house it sits in the place of higher thoughts, so such individuals can also suffer from mental anxiety, overthinking, etc., especially if the moon and Mercury are also afflicted or have very low points in Shadbal. This conjunction could make one suffer from the zodiac sign part signification-related diseases as well during unfavorable dasha or subdasha. Now let's discuss Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of birth chart and positive impact. A person's luck is favorable and the person gets many kinds of luxuries in life depending on their class in society. A person could gel well with people from different cultures and of different languages. The social life of such people can be good if the 11th house has other benefic aspects as well. An individual may travel abroad for work or even for religious pilgrimages. A person could be successful in multiple fields and even in the profiles where fame comes with their work. This will be more prominent if the sun is also in very good dignity. Such people would know how to manage and balance their work life and personal life. Now let's discuss Saturn Rahu conjunction is in the ninth house of birth chart and negative impact. The person could be very luck dependent and lack the motivation to work on their own. If there are multiple afflictions and adverse subdasha comes early, then the individual could get into different religions or get associated with some cults or ashrams. Individuals might get jealous of others' success. Too much anxiety can cause mental disbalance in extreme cases where other related planets and the Aries zodiac is also afflicted. The relationship with the father is debatable, and father and son might not be able to cohabitate in the same dwelling. The person will break some regular norms of the family and culture, which might be very welcome work done by this native. Now let's discuss the best remedies for Saturn Rahu conjunction in the ninth house. 1. Person has to do more hard work than normal to please Saturn. 2. Such person should never hurt the feelings of his or her subordinates or workers. 3. Such person should donate dark blue color clothes to needy persons once in a year on Saturday. 4. Such person should never take gifts made of iron. 5. Such person should do some charity work from ancestral property. So that was all about this conjunction. In our next video of this series, we will discuss the impact of Saturn and Rahu conjunction in 10th house of birth chart. Till then, God bless you always, and please like, share and subscribe our channel.